Alright, this is Follow Me Around by Radiohead. I'm doing this in double drop D tuning, so DADGBd. I'm not sure if he actually does it with the top E tuned down, but it gives you nice, gives you kind of a droney cross picking on that open D. So that's not exactly how the arrangement goes, but what I'm just trying to show you kind of like how the riff goes, and like he'll sometimes, you can do it less, strictly like cross picked like that, or just strum it kind of. But so it's pretty basic for a Radiohead song, and so again, the tuning I'm doing is double drop D. Neil Young has a lot of his stuff in that tuning, so it just when you're playing that D like this, it's just it's right having that double drop D tuning. So it starts with this little arpeggio. And so the only note, you're hitting all open strings right there, except you'll hit the 3 and the 2 on the low D to do that little walk down. And that's kind of like on You Might Be Wrong. It's like that between the low D and the middle D. And so on that, the right hand, you can kind of do like this. That little arpeggio will go. So again, more slowly. So the you're just doing open on all three of those. You're not fretting anything with your left hand at first, just doing. And so I was kind of doing like a ghost note, and like I like to cross pick on this. You can do it all with like downstrokes. You can go, but I like to just. I think on this song, and when you watch, like, there's a video of him playing it, like, in the night, like, he's definitely doing, like, up and down strokes. So, I'm just kind of trying to do it like that. And so, again, one more time, that little intro is going to go. That's just going 3 and then 2 on the low D. And then you're setting up this this little higher chord. which the tab for this would be 5504. It's like a G in this tuning. It's like a G. But I'm just kind of letting that open D ring, so you got still 2 open Ds ringing right there. And so you still do that little walk down, and so you'll just have this chord and you'll go, and then you go down to the 3-2 walk down on the D. Then 3-2-0, and you set up your little D chord right here. So that's a full D, and so like you can just let that high D ring. And so when if you do tune the high E down to a D, then when you hit the 3rd fret on the B, those are both going to be like droning together. So it's really just switching between those. And so like the way that I'm trying to kind of do the rhythm, it's like, so like a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so the arrangement doesn't exactly go like that. I think it does like 3 loops on the D, and then it does 2 loops on this little G chord. So I'll show you kind of how I'm doing the right hand also with the counting, so like that first time you'll just do the, then you're going into the main riff that you're actually doing. And so doing the riff kind of slowly with the right hand. So I'm starting on the G right here. So that kind of covers most of how the song goes. Like there's a couple little, like he'll, instead of going, he'll kind of change this around a little bit, but and just like strum the whole, you know, there's several little embellishments, and you can obviously listen to the record, but what I'm showing you right here is just like the main kind of part. And so like I said, it's pretty basic for Radiohead. And so I think I'll show you one more time this, the riff on the left, or I guess both hands sort of, so that you can see the riff a little bit more slowly. So I think that should get you going on it, and have fun.